Hey friends, welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you as a subby friend. And thank you so much for all of the support that I've been given as I'm growing this channel. I do so greatly appreciate it. I apologize. I know yesterday's video had some weird audio quality to it, and I apologize for that. I'm not exactly sure what happened. However, hopefully this one will be much better. So I am bringing this video to you today. This is the Inkjoy pens beginning to end. So this is my third time doing them, and I wanted to show you my process that I've learned from beginning to end. I know there's probably lots of people who do different things, but this is how we learn from each other and practicing and doing different things. And I feel pretty good about the technique I have down now. So these ones I didn't put any decals on. The reason for that is that I will be putting these in my stash and having them prepared so that if someone wants a pen, I can have a stash of about 20 ready and say, well, these are the colors that I have. And then I could just put on the decals and then do one more light layer of epoxy and have them fairly quickly. So, but these turned out really nice. I did 3 with fine glitter and 3 with chunky. Now, I love chunky glitter. I love the way it looks, but with these carcasses being so small, I will tell you, for me personally, my preference for the overall look is definitely the fine glitter. Like I just think the fine glitter has a nicer overall look, but I do like them all. So glitter is just joy, so you can't go wrong regardless. Okay, listen, I've attached the video of doing it. It's a little long because, you know, it's a process. And I hope that you like it. I hope that it's helpful. I hope that you have a blessed and beautiful day. And listen, if you have been doing these and learned, you know, something else, a different technique that would be helpful to us, please let us know in the comments. All right, friends, take care. I'll see you later. Have a great day. So, bye. For those of you who don't know, these are the Paper Mate Inkjoy pens. These are the best ones to use. Not only do they have a nice carcass to use, but you're also giving a person a nice pen on the inside as well as the outside. I've done them twice and I feel like I've learned a lot from doing them. And I'm really excited about doing them today because I feel like I've just got a really good process down. So I like these particular pliers with this flat top. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to clip off all the tops. All right, so now they're all without that bottom there. These are all pretty flat, so if you need to, you can sand them. I might need to sand this one. Let's see. Nope, that's good. All right, so then you're gonna take them apart. So you unscrew it and take out all your pieces, and don't lose your pieces. So now I'm going to just stick them on here. And these are just pencils, and it's just stuck into a pool noodle. So I'm going to put them on here while I paint them. Now I'm unfortunately not going to show you me spray painting them. I'll show you after, because I cannot hold the phone and spray paint at the same time. All right, so now I have spray painted all of my pens, as you can see. And I just have them stuck in this pool noodle on pencils. So now I'm going to go through, I'm going to put Mod Podge on them, and I'm going to put glitter. So we're going to do that on fast mode, just because it'll take a little bit of time. We have all of our pens glittered. Do you hear the birds? I was sitting here wishing that I had decided to do more, because it's just so joyful sitting out here doing crafts, listening to the birds. It's just, you know, one of those times that you remember how much you love doing crafts. So you can see the glitters on all of these, and it's just really pretty. I don't know, I think personally glitter is like joy in a bottle to me. Like, it's so bright and happy. No matter what color it is, it's just bright and happy. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna let the glue on these, the Mod Podge, dry. And then from there, we're gonna go and we're gonna put some polyurethane on it. All right, so the Mod Podge is dry, and I am going to put on the polyurethane. I keep my polyurethane in one of these little bottles, just like I do my Mod Podge. So right now, these have just the Mod Podge on them. I didn't even seal them. They dried well, and I'm going to use the polyurethane to seal them, and also just give it a really nice hard layer so that I don't have to use as much epoxy. And this is going to allow my epoxy to go on really smooth the first time. So I just am kind of wasting a little polyurethane here. I could certainly do this better, but I'm just putting a little bit on. It doesn't take much, and then just rubbing it around, making sure that every single one of them are covered. And then I let this dry for a little while, and then once it is dry, then I could put the epoxy on. Now, I did let this dry overnight because I did this and then left and went to work. But you do want to make sure it's completely dry, because you want to let it gas out. So for me, these set overnight, but at least a few hours they need to dry. And then afterwards, you can go on and put on your epoxy. All right, so for these, I ended up only doing one thing of polyurethane, but they're so nice and set with one that I'm not even going to bother to do a second. So I have my epoxy that I'm mixing here. Now, this is a nice little set. I found this, it's like either 3 or 4 pieces, and they're different shaped little silicone tools, and I found them in the Target dollar spot for $3. So this small little one in that pack is just really seems to be perfect for this. So I just mixed up a little bit of epoxy, And I'm just gonna epoxy these bad boys on. Of course, I could use my glove if I wanted to, but it's just, you know, I'm trying to not be super messy. And also, I switched these from the pencils over to the wooden sticks. Just like the tumbler, I realize this chunkier glitter just takes more than the fine. So on this, I made it a point to do some chunky and some fine both. And then I like to just put this on before I even put it on the turner. Oh. Going a little thick, already making a mess. Now, the last time I did these, I used Vaseline on my little wood rods so that they wouldn't stick. It worked. It was a little messy though, to be fair. So I put some clear plastic tape over these, so we'll see if that works. I've not done it before this way, so we'll see together whether or not that works. The Vaseline did absolutely work. It was just, you know, definitely messy. But it really is hard to kind of get your ends and not have them stick, you know. But I like to just put this on and I just sort of turn the rod here. Just like if it were on a turner.
Now, of course, I'm doing multiple at a time. If I were only doing one, then I would just, put this on my spinner and put the epoxy on. But because I'm doing multiple, I wouldn't be able to really hit everything super well with it on my spinner. So
I imagine that these pink ones are probably going to need to be sanded. We'll see. But it's a very chunky glitter. All right, so now we're going to put it on. All right, so now we're gonna put it on the spinner, and I'm just going to put this on and so our pins are done up to this point. Now, at this point, you can put decals on them, and then you would do the same thing with putting another layer of epoxy. So it would be just like you would do with your tumblers. So on these particular pens, I am not going to put decals on them right now because these are ones I wanted to have available so that if I need some quickly, I can put name, decal, whatever it is, and then just do a round of epoxy on them. So with these pens, I'm kind of doing that. I'm liking the idea of having blanks ready that I can just put on there what I need. So I'm gonna go ahead, put the pieces back in and show you. And you know, again, these are beautiful like this. If you want them plain, you could leave them like this. But they're all ready for so this just comes out, and this tape on here worked so good. And then I like to just use my deburring tool and clean out anything that needs to be cleaned out. Make sure there's no extra epoxy in there. And I like to do this because I want to make sure that, you know, everything opens and closes very easily. All right, so there's that one. And then this one. So also, I'm not doing it right now because this isn't the final product, but when I put a decal on and then put another thing of epoxy, I will use a bottle brush to clean inside these really, really good. Really fun to use on them would be tattoos, of course. I think that tattoos look so good on any of it. But you know, there's little small tattoos. You could use stickers, you can use your Cricut, you can use the, you know, the Dollar Tree has the rub-on transfers for letters. Those are actually really easy to use on these. So other things to think about using for decorating these would be nail decor. So I bought a bunch of nail art stuff to use with epoxy, but I bought it from Amazon, and it has like the nail like tape and stuff. So then you're going to just put your pieces all back together, and you start with the big opening, and those go in there, and just put it down all the way. This guy goes in there, and there you go. So these turned out really nice. And again, they're ready to, you know, you can put decals on them from here. And you do one more, you know, light coat of epoxy over your decals, just like you would your tumblers. And these, they look really good. They turn out so nice, and I'm enjoying doing them. So these I'll be putting away in my stash, and I'll be keeping them so that when I have somebody that wants one, I can give them like choice of colors, and then I can put on there what they want and stick them on, and they're ready to go. All right, friends, I hope you liked the video. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.